What is up, people? So, something a little bit different today. I am doing an apprenticeship scheme. I know I'm nearly 40, but I'm doing an engineering apprenticeship scheme. It's a place by me called Make UK. They work with a lot of like airports, like big places like Jaguar Land Rover, all places where you have to be employed to get onto a scheme. So, this is my practical for my level 2. It's pretty basic stuff. But what I'm trying to do here now is get a jump on the other people in my class. Basically, I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4. There's around 10 to 12 people in my class. And there's only, on our section now, 3 pillar drills. And what I end up doing is I end up helping the other kids who are not as good fabrication wise, engineering wise, do their work. So I'm knocking my work out so then I can help the other people in the class. So what I'm going to try and do is get a jump on my work, and then I've got a little bit more time on my hands, you know what I mean? A little bit more time to assist if needed. So I'm going to show you what we're doing, where I am, and then I need to chuck it in the milling machine and just drill some holes quickly. That's the main thing. I can do the other stuff at work, at college, but I need the holes drilling so I haven't got to take up drill press time, because I'm further front than anyone else anyway. And I've only got 45 minutes in my workshop. Right, so let me show you what we are doing now. So this is my place, Make UK. This has got all notes and stuff in and where you are and what you've been doing and stuff. This is my practical. So let me get it set up. So this is my practical. And in here I've got the drawings that we have to work to. So this one first is this. This is your test piece, right? And it's pretty simple. It starts off at 16mm for 50mm flat bar, cut on a saw. Oversize, we've allowed 0.25 tolerance, which is quite a lot of tolerance when you're looking at machining sides of things. But we have to bring this into tolerance with a file, would you believe? So I have filed this square to where you cannot get a 0.05 feeler gauge in. That's how square that is, filed by hand. This is a number 10 radius, also filed by hand. Then we have a M6, an M8, a counter bore and a counter sink, and this is a M8 reamed hole, so it's nice and tight on that dowel. But you start off with just a block and you have to input your datums, your informations. So you know your center hole is an M8 ream, and that is the center of your part, dead center. Then instead of giving us locations for this, he gave us a radius. Yeah, so we've got a 21.5 radius. So then you have to work out the radius and the positioning of your radius to get your 45 degrees through your radius. Do you know what I mean? So you find your center, then you put your 45 degrees off your center, and then you put your center line radius in. It gives you your center points. Then you've got your dimensions for your holes. This is the clearance 6.5, so for an M6. Clearance for an M8, 8.5. You've got your radius. You've got your millimeter of your top of your counter sink, and then that's about it, really. It's just mainly, this is to prove that you can get it to where they want you to be and you're in. Let me show you the difference between a counter bore and a counter sink, in case anybody does not know the difference. So, let's zoom in a touch for you. So, these are counter sinks, yeah? They are triangular, basically, sort of thing. And they are for, like, say, this, yeah? countersink, countersunk bolt, countersink. Counterbore is this. You are boring a flat in. Yeah? So you will drill your hole, which is on this case 6.5mm. Yeah? Then that section there is guided by your hole. Yeah? And then this is your bore. So you are boring down as much as you need. And that is for this type of bolt. Yeah? I should have brought one over really. But I didn't, did I? So, counter bore. See? So everything is flush fit away. Dog's chasing a pigeon. Yeah? So that is what this is for. This is to show you can do your markings out and come within spec. You know, this is within spec. We worked it, it's about 0.05, 0.07 within spec. Now you'll pay good money to get that kind of spec. So we'll move these tools out of the way, move this drawing out of the way, and we'll move on to these two drawings. This is this unit. Now this is also filed within spec by hand, M10 radius, square. It's, to be honest, came out better than I expected it to come out. These are being perfectly parallel. Yeah? So this is this unit. So here we have two M8 reamed holes. And this is my countersunk. So on this drawing, let me see, you can see, yeah. This is our datum point. So this is our datum point. Everything works off this datum point. So our measurements go here, from here. So we've got 10mm, 15mm, 30mm, 45, 60, 85, 90, 115, total 120mm long. So you're going to be coming in 15mm and you're going to be going up 37.5mm. So this is how we are finding our positions on our plates. There is another drawing. This gives us our hole sizes, which tells us what's what basically. So we've got, these are a number 4 rivets, but we might not be using the rivets now, which is a shame because I've never done that before. This is our M8 reamed holes, ream number 8. This is a clearance 10.5, clearance 10.5. We've got our countersunk 90 degree, which is one of these, 90 degrees across its plane. 16mm top dimension, 8.5 clearance. This is a 6.5 and this is a 6.5 counter bore, CB, counter bore. So all of these are clearance holes in the top plate, and the bottom plate is where all the bolts are going to screw into, pass through, or blind hole, open hole kind of thing. That's where the next drawing comes in. Where is it? Here. This is our third drawing of the same part. Really, I should actually be making this, but I thought, you know what? Let's just explain. So, this is a slightly more detailed drawing, I think. These are the newer types that we've just seen. This gives me more information, I think, because we've got our little description list, our part number, a description list of said part, and what you need to do, like special information. One's got Loctite, one's got a nylock nut, and you've got your quantities. So what we've got here is, this is our layout, which is our datum point. So our dimensions up, our dimensions across. This tells us what we've got to do. As in, that countersink bolt that I've already put in there is a blind hole. Doesn't pass all the way through. This passes, this passes. This one is a blind hole. Doesn't go all the way through. and this passes. And knowing that this bolt here, which is that bolt there, which coming onto this drawing is this bolt here, I then know B is an M6 by 1 round head, which I haven't. Have I got an M6 round head? Basically like one of these. I think they're called bullet heads or something, aren't they? You know, these things. So these are like bullet heads. So I know that that bolt is this bolt. So we're on B, M6 by 1, round head, 1 being the pitch of thread. We know it's a pass-through bolt, and we know the top plate from here is a 6.5mm clearance. And I know that this top plate is 16mm deep. It's oversized, it's supposed to be 12mm. So I know what I'll be doing with this, because it's an M6, 6mm, I'll be putting a 5mm drill bit all the way through, because that's my tap size. Then I will be coming down 16mm with a 6.5mm to give me my clearance, and then we'll tap the bottom. So I'm not actually going to split this apart, because I've got everything I need on the paperwork, and because I know this dimension, I know if I touch my drill bit on the top of there, then follow down 16mm, I will stop here. So I can clearance down, and the bottom's already at tap size. Same with the rest of them except for this second blind hole. So I'm going to be coming down 16mm, and then I know I've got another 16mm, so I'll come down 10mm and leave the bottom closed off. Yeah? So it's just a little bit of a, it's just to show that you can make something within spec. And this is all the different types of fixing, near enough. You've got dowel, countersunk, counterbore, nuts and bolts. This one is a let's have a look, shall we? Just have a look on the drawing. D. It says here M5 by 1.5, but that ain't right, because you'll never get a 1.5 thread on an M5 bolt. That is, I'm guessing, a M10 1.5 pitch with a sprung washer and lock nut. A lock nut is a half nut. So you've got a full nut, which is a full depth of nut. So you imagine that your bottom one is your main nut and your top one is your half nut. So basically they're normally half, and they're just so you jam them together. Jam nuts. So what I'm going to do now is I need to crack on with this. I have actually already marked this out in the past. There, and there. I'm not going to do these two. These are my priority. What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-blue that and just give me another knock on them. Just so I've got 100% where they are. And then I need to chuck it in the mini machine. I'll do it all the way to the edge, because I've got those two there for the rivets. I did say to my tutor, what about if we was to drill and tap them? The problem we've got is this is supposed to be, I'll tell you the actual dimensions, total is supposed to be 25mm, a 15mm base plate and a 10mm top plate, but we didn't have the stock. So this top plate is 16mm. Well, the rivets aren't big enough. The rivets were, there's a section that's supposed to go on the bottom of here, which I haven't actually made. It hangs on the bottom and it's riveted on with brass rivets, and it's 6.25, which gave us a total of 16mm. But this is itself 16mm, so we're not going down that path. Right, I'm gonna sort the milling machine out, look, 'cause it's hidden away. Shit everywhere. Right then, I'm gonna get that tidy. Right, get this chucked up in there. A couple of small parallels, I think, just to aid keeping her square. Should be able to do pretty much all of this in one quick hit. Hopefully. So what we've got on this drawing here is this one, and this one all run on the same dimension, 25mm. The 25mm, we can just smash out all three of these because they're running with each other. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to put a centre thing in. And that will get us so we can see so that is on the one. Yeah, that is on dead centre. So we'll drop it down. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm lining up on is I can still see the cross marks where I put my centre punts. See whether you can see it. Don't know if you'll pick it out. Yeah, can you see the cross marks? So we need to get these drilled. I'm running out of time. So now we know we are. I'll get this one lined up. I am happy with that. Drop it down. So this one is a straight through clearance. So that's a 10.5. Centre drill. Chuck key. So this one, remember, is it's an M10 stud, non-pass through, so it's a blind bottom. So first of all, I'm going with him with 8.5 because that's the tap size drill bit, isn't it? Yeah. Anybody who doesn't know, if you've got a M10 hole, if you've got an M10 bolt and the pitch is 1.5, yeah, take the pitch off the bolt size and it will give you your drill size. So an M10 is 10 millimeters, 1.5 pitch, take the 1.5 pitch off the 10 millimeters, gives you your 8.5. That's why an 6mm, an M6 bolt, 1 mil pitch, 5mm drill bit. Yeah? Right, so what we want to do now is bring this down till it touches our work. The point now is about level with the top of here. and I'm going to 0 my DRO. I say DRO, basically I've just got these things, so I'm going to 0 this. Now I know we've got 16mm and we've got 16mm, which is 30mm. So if we go 16mm, 10mm, it will leave me 5mm. Yeah? No, I'm not even pointing in the right direction. So 16mm, 16mm. So I'm going to go 26mm. Yeah? And that'll leave me a 5mm base at the bottom of there. 26. I'm going to get 26mm. So I'm going to go in 26mm. Right. Get that done now. I'll tell you what, I'm not on this camera today, am I? So basically on here, I'm just going to come down to minus 26mm. Slow that down a bit. And then we know we're at the right depth. So remember to pause a little bit to break the chips. So now we need to open up our top to the 10.5 16mm deep, you get me? Right, so what we've got here is our counter bore. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop that into the hole that we've opened up to 6.5 until we're just above the job. Yeah? We're going to 0 our dial. Then we're going to get our M6 bolt. We're going to measure our head. So we are 6mm. Sods are, isn't it? 6mm, 6mm, M6, 6mm deep. So I want to go past that because I want a clearance. Yeah? So I'm going to go in 8mm. We'll go in 7mm and see what she looks like. Slow it right down. These do not like speed. So what we're doing is slowly cutting in. There's our 6. We'll go mil past. That's 7. We'll just take it out. Look at our head. Yep, we are under the surface. So I'm happy with that. So that is about it. So we've got our M6 tapped, M6 counter bore. That's an M10 threaded, and that's an M10 straight through. We're about done there, people. Turn that off. Turn this off. What we're going to do is clean the holes out. And we're good. Fine. So there she is. So that's a through hole M10. This one's got an M10 thread in the bottom. That's not an M10. That's an M10. We go. See? Because we've got to make a part that screws. We've got to do that at college. It's basically, imagine this. We've got to make this with the end chopped off, with thread coming down, with a shoulder in the middle. We've actually got to make that at college. So, yeah, there we go. So this is part of my college work. Yeah, ain't looking too bad. Right, I thought I'd show you that. College tomorrow. That's why I've had to do this today. I've had 2 weeks because we've been off for 2 weeks. Well, now I need to get done. Right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.